So today was the day when we went and signed the documents at the notary and met the sellers, and then we have to go back again to the notary to organise the signing of the mortgage documents. But today was the big day.
The big days, and that's where we concluded the purchase of the property, and we received access to it, and we opened it up for the first time.
Yes.
With our own pair of keys. Okay.
This was a very exciting moment, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely.
But first we celebrated with a nice lunch.
Yes, definitely. And yes, out of the notary, the first thing was going to the restaurant and have a good lunch with a nice wine and with a nice dessert at the end.
And then after we had our celebratory lunch, we went up to the house to open the doors for the first time. And something else which is unusual, perhaps for the UK, that's worth pointing out is we had accepted the house on the basis that the previous tenants might leave basically their things, and that if we purchased it, we accept that and it's okay. Now that helps a little bit also with the price negotiation. But the lady who was selling the house, she's elderly and she's moved to be with her children in a different village. We had a bit of a running joke that actually when we opened the doors today, it was going to look exactly like it did when we went to view it. And we weren't wrong.
No, we weren't wrong at all. So the next step for us is to go through all the items that the old owner left into the property, select some of them, free up the spaces, reorganize the distribution of the furniture, maybe get rid of some of it, and prepare the ground for the inspections, so the measurements taking of and the dimensions taking of the rooms, and all the activities which are required to proceed with the first step, which is the beginning of the building works.
Exactly. So that's something to consider, is if you accept that responsibility to just take over what's there in the house, be prepared to go in as we're going to tomorrow. So let's see how that goes. We've got to go in and with big plastic bags, rubbish sacks, and they have left everything. We are talking old tea towels, glassware in the cupboards. There was a tin of ragu, an old tin of ragu somewhere.
Out of date, huh?
Out of date, yeah. Sadly, terrible.
Sadly,
Such
terrible.
a shame. It looked delicious. And obviously, we had a plan, or at least Alana had a plan. I had a list of things that we wanted to try to achieve today. We hardly ticked any of those things off the list because we had also included in today a meeting with Thomas, who is the Geometria.
Geometria, yes, he's
Geometria.
a building contractor. Okay. And is responsible for the evaluation of the property and the planning. So he'll guide us through the renovation phase.
And we had all these things planned. And in the end, obviously we didn't tick everything off of the list, but actually it was really nice, all the different things that we did do. And that's what one of our learnings is that you kind of have to go with the flow. As we're doing that, of course, it's a village. The house is in the middle of the village. The villagers have been going backwards and forwards. I've seen at least 3 or 4 of the same villagers 3 or 4 at the same times. They've been going backwards and forwards.
They're also curious about us, okay?
Exactly, they're quite curious, kind of hanging around. And in the end, actually, whilst we were chatting with Thomas and going around the house looking at the different things, the neighbours, the people who live behind, they came around and said hello, didn't they?
Yes, they introduced themselves, and also they offered us something to drink. They showed around the house, and curiously enough, they are going through the same process we are going to in the coming months.
And then they were quite excited to show us what they were doing. And also, you could see from what they were saying that they see the benefit, of course, of helping us to redo the house, and that helps us later in the process. So okay, if we don't tick off some of the things on the list that we wanted to do today, you just kind of roll with it and and get on with what it is that was possible.
Good.
So that's it. That was today. Really exciting. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Looking forward to tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.